Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning for me, 10:28 a.m. At the time of recording. Been up a couple of hours, checking in, getting updates, opening emails, all that good stuff. And let me just check my volume. A lot of times I have to yell just to make sure that I don't go in and out when I'm talking to you guys. I have a low, raspy voice. And sometimes I notice in the videos it cuts in and out. And I hate that because, you can't hear the whole complete thought. So I apologize for that, but that is definitely just my laptop speakers or something. My son keeps saying, I'm telling you, you need a mic. But anyway, that's another video. I'll talk about me. This right here is about Summer Wells and the search for her. Last night got pretty intense, y'all. It got pretty intense. And oh, Amber baby. Oh, let's address this since it's here. And I guess I shouldn't respond based on just a partial thought. So
Yeah, southeastern part of the.
sorry, guys, I don't want to hear that. I just kind of want to go directly to that. If you have left me a comment, please trust and believe. If there's no response, it's because I haven't gotten a chance to actually respond yet, but I absolutely plan to and try to respond to everybody. Um, and sometimes it happens like this in real time, and others may go longer because there's so much. So, Autumn, I always say everybody's entitled to their opinion. But one thing I also say is, be careful not to tell other people what to think. I respect the fact that you don't want to judge the distraught family members, but, you know, we have a right to. Um, this is sort of judgmental here. No one said that Summer had developmental problems at all. But I don't have a problem that you believe that. I'm sure you've seen something that led you to believe that. And that's how this goes. We speak on what things lead us to believe. Excuse me. So I respect how you feel. And I even told a story about when I got lost in the woods. It happens. It definitely happens. But one thing I hold tight to, we can feel however we want to feel. And that goes for everybody. So I am very careful not to tell you what to think or how to feel. And I think that no one should ever be told what to think or how to feel. She doesn't look like she's directly saying, hey, don't do it, but it's more of a request. Let's not rush to judgment. Okay, I respect that. But it's too little too late for that. They've put out way, way too much disturbing information and footage about themselves. So you just can't help but judge when a kid goes missing because you're trying to figure out what led to it. And we are no different than agencies on the ground out there, except that we're speaking out on what we find. They have to judge, they have to suspect, they have to speculate, and then they have to prove it. But it all starts with an eye that judges what they see and an ear that judges what they hear. Again, I respect and appreciate how you feel. So let's just do the same for everybody, if you will. Wow, that rhymed. Okay, so totally got off topic because that popped up in my face, and I told y'all I'm a little OCD. I just can't let some things not get handled immediately. I'm not coming down on her because she wasn't rude or disrespectful. It's a little bit of a pet peeve when people tell people what to do in their own thoughts and feelings. We can't do that. You see here, Betty Jean, I think if he's not involved, he probably was in denial the whole way home. telling himself she was just playing or something. He does speak with finality as if she is gone or dead right away. I find this a little off. He also has brought up her being abducted and being tortured several times in a very flat way. Something seems off. He has mentioned bears, wild dogs, druggies, her being carried off and tortured in a pretty matter of fact way. Haven't seen much of mom either. This is how we speak our opinion. And she didn't tell anybody what they should think. She just told us how she feels. This is how I roll right here. You have a right. Freedom of speech. Especially when they put it all out there. He has mentioned it's based on him and his facts and his words. So again, I appreciate the view, Autumn, and I hope that no matter what you feel about me or us or any of it, that we're just all on the same team in regards to wanting Summer to be okay. And I will say this to you directly. I pray to God, as scary as it may be, cold and lost, maybe wet, definitely hot, dehydrated, I still would rather her be lost in those woods, found in those woods, than anything that has come out of my mouth. Please believe that. So as I was saying, last night was intense. AB, I love you so much. um, he was Johnny on the spot. Someone hit him up and told him there was activity on the scanner about cops being called out, the searchers being called out, thermal cameras, all this stuff, right by the residence. And he was all over it. This is just a little clip from his live last night. Just listen.
Mooresburg Springs Road, also Highway 31. Third party called domestic anonymous assault.
Sorry for the sniffles, guys. Still fighting this cold or whatever it is. And someone's dog is outside saying hello. My window's cracked for fresh air. So sad.
And again, thank you everybody for joining. We're just listening in the background. If you're up on my Facebook, you can see the post that I posted earlier. It says, AB just heard on the Hawkins County scanner, the police are asking for a thermal camera on a light tower. They're asking it to be brought out to Beach Street. Let me see here. I was updating it as it went down. Where the hell did I put my comments? Oh, it's up there. Sorry. Yeah, it's Hawkins County Public Safety on the scanner. Now, it's Beach Creek Road is where it's going out to. There's the link. Now, at the same time I was watching that go out, if you remember from the 911 call, they're en route to 110 Ben Hill Road off of Beach Creek Road. It should be the first residence on your right. Does that not sound kind of promising that they're asking for a thermal imaging camera out there? Just maybe they're seeing what's wandering through the bush. But I would think if they're trying to, they've got a light tower, is it just another maneuver that they're doing, another effort at night, one last ditch attempt? Or is there legitimate activity out there? We don't know. There's a bunch of cars that went out there. I don't know the details. As soon as they came into me, I wasn't sure if somebody was maybe trolling me a little bit. Then I saw kind of similar reports come out, everybody. So I thought, you know what, we should probably go live. This has been occurring for quite a while, and people are covering it on other parts of YouTube. Please follow them. I'm going to keep you as up to date here because I feel that there's something more going on that we don't know about. We haven't had an update yet today. It makes me really wonder. So I'm going to mute out and just say hi to my chat for a little bit. Sit back, see what occurs. Give you some updates throughout the night.
And that's what he did. And I was on the edge of my freaking seat. Oh my God, we all were. The chat, oh my God, but prayers were going out. We were hoping that they found her safe, but we didn't get any more news. Later in his live, and please go check it out, that is AB, the wonderful AB. I know a lot of you know him. He sent a lot of you to me. And you know what? I appreciate him for that very much. Molly's going live. Darn it, Molly. I can't right now. I'm coming. You know I'll be there. In the chat, if nothing else. But I've got to get this out early this morning for everybody who's waiting for updates that may not have found them all. I pulled together what I found from overnight, starting with where I ended my night right here in AB's live. And it was so intense, you guys. I mean, just to hear that scanner and know what's going on, waiting for that answer. You don't know if at any minute they're going to go, oh, we got her, yay! Or body found. We don't know. That didn't happen. As far as we know, nothing happened there. I mean, whatever they found, they have not shared yet. But they were out there. Very intense. There's also an audio of the prayer vigil. Oh, gosh, I can't spell, can I? There's an audio of the prayer vigil that I shared with you that you've seen, I'm sure, in other places. And, wow, that word looks funny. Wow, is it wrong? Am I crazy? Okay, let me just stop looking at that because I don't want to get OCD sidetracked. I will share that at the end. It's crystal clear audio, again, from AB's live last night. I think he got it from Facebook. I'm not sure, but you can hear what Dad says. He's at the end of it all after the pastor and some guests and stuff, but you can hear what he said. In the video, we couldn't. It was too far away and muffled. So I think that's awesome that we can actually hear what he says. And hey, prayers are all right with me anytime, any place, anywhere, from anybody. So I certainly want to share that on this Sunday. But I'll put it at the end. It's about a half hour long. So we're going to get into the pictures and everything, but coming off of that dispatch, I want to go right into the updates from overnight. So this is from News Channel 11. It was posted today. It says, Hawkins County, Tennessee, ground search crews continue to work Saturday night in hopes that one more lead may be the last in the hunt for missing Rogersville 5-year-old Summer Wells. News Channel 11 staff on the scene documented full ground crews working under cover of darkness near the Wells' Ben Hill Road residence. That was the call we just listened to. Responders were seen combing the field with personal flashlights and the help of an overhead helicopter Saturday around midnight. This tweet is from Ted Overbay. He said the search for Summer Wells continues well into the night as crews are actively searching a field along Beach Creek Road. Helicopter is currently doing flyovers. And he shares a video. I'm going to show it, don't worry. There's a couple of videos. I just want to get the reading out of the way. So, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation Public Information Officer Leslie Earhart told News Channel 11 that teams intend to follow up on every credible lead until Summer is found. And then the second video I'll come back and show after the first one says, here's a quick clip of the helicopter doing flyovers over a field along Beach Creek Road. This is a late night search. This is a late night for search crews following a tip received early this evening. So there's some boots on the ground with some footage, and I love that. And then it just goes back into her Amber Alert information. We always have to show that. Anyone with information regarding Wells's whereabouts is urged to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. And yes, happy Father's Day to all the beautiful fathers in the world. Happy, happy Father's Day. And a happy Father's Day to all the mothers doing the part of the fathers. That happens too. Let's look at the first video from Ted Overbay. Just intense. If you can put yourself in that moment, it is so intense. Those searchers, God bless them, out there in the dark, knowing there's bears. And lately, cougars and alligators coming into Tennessee. They got little flashlights, and they're out there. And they want to find her. And I am so thankful for them. This is great, great police work. This is what we need every single time, every single state. Thank God this is happening for someone. Let's check out this other clip from Ted Overbay. One thing I know for sure, they don't think there's been an abduction. They would never, plus ever, utilize this many resources in that area, right there, around the house, around the neighborhood, if they thought for any reason she wasn't in that area. They just don't believe that. Not yet. They seem pretty darn certain she's in this area. Otherwise, they wouldn't be up all night calling out more resources. It's just not what they do. So, let's push on and peruse the new released information. I know a lot of you have seen these. I saw them in AV's Live last night, and they were also sent to me by the beautiful Leslie. Thank you again, as always. This one right here, I really want to ponder, but I'm going to come back to it. I am. It says the basement door where Wells reportedly left her Ben Hill Road residence. Photo taken June 19, 2021. That's the door. And a lot of us wanted to know where the heck is that basement and what it looked like. So, very happy to see that. We will come back to it. We've read that part already. But I'll read it again. Why not? We didn't read this specific one. Since 5-year-old Summer Wells was reported missing from her home in Beach Creek on June 15th, investigators have worked around the clock to locate her. Summer's parents have allowed the release of new photos of the property that show where her family says they last saw her. That's reported by WJHL. Summer's parents say the last time they saw their daughter was in the garden, where she was helping her mother and grandmother. According to her father, Don Wells, Summer wanted to go play, so she went inside their home before heading downstairs to the basement. from there, from here. I do know that this is Grandma's trailer that we're looking at, the front end of it. We're going to go into the pictures a little more. This is the whole house, the basement door, Grandma's trailer. And the garden is in this vicinity somewhere near Grandma's trailer. As you can tell, the garden is near Grandma's trailer. Or I should say, you can tell the garden is near Grandma's trailer because of this little piece of the trailer right here. Summer's father said that she went downstairs to play with her toys. Her mother went inside later, calling for her before heading downstairs as well. Don Wells said Summer's mom found the basement door unlocked and Summer was nowhere to be seen. Search efforts have remained underway since her absence was reported around 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, June 15. Crews from more than 40 agencies are combined, combing the hills and mountains around the home in the Beach Creek community, about 15 miles southwest of Kingsport. At the time of this, there were 85 tips. That has gone over 100. Ground crews are working from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. While outside volunteers aren't requested, crews are asking for supplies such as water and granola bars. The terrain in the area exhausts searchers quickly. Anybody in the area, do what you can. I'm sure they could use it. Lots of water, Gatorade. I even saw deodorant on the list. So help them out and hook them up because they are doing their damn thing. Moving on. The Chattanoogan.com. This was from last night. Search continues for 5-year-old Summer Wells. TBI says circumstances around disappearance very much under investigation. Very much. There is a statewide call out for rescue personnel in the continuing search for 5-year-old Summer Wells, who went missing from her home in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County on Wednesday. At the same time, a TBI spokesperson said that the circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance are very much under investigation. Authorities have received over 100 tips. There have been air and land searches in the difficult terrain that includes many ponds and creeks around Ben Hill Road. I remember seeing a comment. Someone said they thought that that lake she was swimming in was Warriors Lake. There seems to be a Warriors, I want to say National Park or something along those lines in the area. And I wonder if they've searched there yet. A makeshift memorial has been set up at a church near Summer's home with balloons and flowers placed in the prayer garden. Got anything else? So this was the TBI, or it is. This is a great resource. This is what I call the horse's mouth. This is where it really stems from because these are the boots on the ground. They say every detail, no matter how insignificant you think it may be, is important. Please help us bring her home. Anyone with information regarding her disappearance is asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Now, that's not for us with our thoughts and opinions and speculations, even though we feel, and I feel, I'm basing my thoughts on fact. That is not what they mean when they say no matter how insignificant you think it may be, they want every detail. They don't want to know what we think. They're talking to people who really feel like they have information that can help. Please don't hesitate to call if you do. And also, please don't call and give them random thoughts and information that's just going to take them away from the actual search. We can do that here. And they are watching social media. They've made it crystal clear. The other thing I wanted to point out before I leave their website, awesome. Happy Father's Day, AV. The other thing I wanted to point out, AB, as a matter of fact, AB also, B like banana, AB as well. That last shout out was for AV, V like Victor. um, Happy Father's Day, AB. I just want to say that to you. The other thing I wanted to point out on their website, and gosh, it's heartbreaking, but I'm gonna go into it a little bit. First of all, you can find their most wanted, background checks, and the sex offender registry. This one right here, this one, oh God, Tennessee's missing persons. I clicked on it earlier on my phone, and I just want to share a little bit. A lot of people went missing in June. Not all in Summers area. Absolutely not. Actually, I don't see anybody else from Rogersville. Summers, of course, the latest. But just the day before her, Daisha Thompson, went missing on the 14th. 17 years old, Clarksville. 7 days before her, Jacqueline Williams. I hope I'm saying his name right. June 7th, 11 years old, and the case was resolved. I certainly want to follow up and pray that they found him alive. Just says resolved here. We love a resolution, right? But we want what we want. We want them found alive. But I don't know. 2 days before him, Zachary Swager maybe, I'm not sure. Forgive me, family. June 9th, 16 years old, Sumner County. Another endangered child alert. 5 days. Yeah, 5 days before. Carter Mitchell Neal. 13, Tipton County. And the list goes on and on and on. And this is just Tennessee. Just Tennessee. I thought that was interesting. Not directly related to summer. No, I'm not saying that. I just feel for all of these missing people. I did check out the Rogersville review. Their last update was on the 17th. Do better, Rogersville review. You're the local paper. Summer should be in it every day at the top. Let me click on this. It says latest. Oh, I know how this goes. Yeah. The E edition. Well, you know what? If I saw her on the front page and at the top, I might just give you my little 99 cents. But y'all got to do better. She is Rogersville right now. I mean, not that we should forget about whatever that is, a lamb or a sheep, and everything else going on in the city and the world. But right now, she's missing and has a chance to be found. So that's why I jumped in with AB and Tiffany. That's why Molly jumped in. We want to help now. We don't have time. It's not on our side. Now I'm going to go back to the pictures. And thank you, Leslie, so much because I can do a lot more with the actual photo than from the news sites. I just wanted to ponder the garden. I couldn't tell what this was, but now I can see it's sheetrock. I believe that has something strictly to do with drywall. I didn't know that was something that you would use in a garden, but I don't know. I've never planted a garden. Okay, so comes right up with drywall. That's what I thought. I spent a lot of years at a marble and granite company, so from dealing with fabricators and installers, you hear this stuff over and over and over. So that's where it pulled from in my memory. And I thought of Dad and his drywall um, job. It says drywall is a construction material used to create walls and ceilings. It's also used to create many design features, including eaves, arches, and other architectural specialties. It's quick and easy to install, incredibly durable, and requires only simple repairs when damaged. So maybe they're doing some work on the house. But why is it in the garden? Sorry. I don't know. I think of stuff because guess what? Kids have been, I won't just say kids, people, bodies have been found behind walls. Oh, yes, I'm not making that up. I'm also not suggesting it happened, but it happens. It has happened before. Just want to see what the internet pops up with because people always think of everything on the internet. So, sheetrock for gardening. Is sheetrock good for gardens? I don't know. Let's check this one out. If you have a lot of drywall to recycle, consider adding it directly to the soil. Well, that's drywall, not sheetrock. Okay, good, because I want to know. What is the difference between sheetrock and drywall? Drywall is a flat panel made of gypsum plaster sandwiched in between two sheets of thick paper. It adheres to metal or wood studs using nails or screws. Sheetrock is a specific brand of drywall sheet. These terms are often used interchangeably. Okay, so they could have been using it in the garden. It says it also improves water retention in sandy soils and helps loosen compacted and clay-heavy soils. Gypsum from drywall adds calcium and sulfur, can't say that word, sulfur, to the soil, and many plants use these two nutrients. Okay, thank you. See, all I look for is understanding, not to debunk, to learn, to educate myself, to understand everything, because you have to look at everything, especially when it's random. So that's good to know. They were possibly crushing it up and putting it into their, I'm assuming these are little gardens When I picture a garden, I see it in the ground, but maybe because of all these rocks and stuff, it might be, I'm in Nevada, so I know some of the landscape is just not what you need for gardening. You have to buy dirt. You have to buy dirt, you guys. It's crazy. So I get it. Let's see what, hold on. There we go. The zoom features everything. Just looking around. Feel free to help me. Oh, look at that. Happy Halloween. They definitely need to fertilize because some of these little plants, they're not making it. But that's what maybe they're working on. A little water might help you. And I'm not putting them down, I'm just making an observation. So please, sensitive people, just let it be what it is. So this is the garden that Summer, excuse me, that Summer was helping her grandma and her mother with, allegedly, before she decided she wanted to go inside out of the blue and play with her toys. What is this? Because if the house has 2 levels in the basement, what is this? Like a little shack in the back? Or somebody help me out. I don't remember reading this. And I don't know if this is reporters getting this photo or if the cops are grabbing this. We won't know until we can see like investigation photos specifically or something like that. But what's going on back there? I'm sure it's been checked. I don't know. Old mattress and something back there. Look at those woods. They just go on and on and on and on forever. Like the ocean. What is this place? Is that the for sale container? Can't move it the way I want to. Grr. Is that the for sale container? Can't see, but it looks the same, right? Indica, the container that you referred to as well that said for sale, that was weird because she was dancing right in front of it. Subliminal messages are real, you guys. Not everybody's being crazy when they say, hey, did you notice this and that? There are things called subliminal messages, so I can't see the for sale like the wording on here, but it certainly looks like the same. I don't even know what you call these things, but the basement door, grandma's trailer, the hole in the wall. And you know I always notice my fur babies. The puppy dog. Did you see Summer? Because my dog would have followed my son right up the road to the moon and back. He would have not. You can't get away. He literally watches my car and I watch him in the rear view like until we disappear. We love each other. But puppies, doggies, you know, if he was outside when it happened, we don't know. I don't think he would have let her just walk out of this gate without barking or following her. I mean, this door, excuse me. And we were told it was unlocked. But in my opinion, it was a premature bit of information that was tossed in real early to make sure we knew. You know, when mom went into the basement and went out the door, it was unlocked, by the way. It was already unlocked. trying to tell us, hey, she went out that door, trying to subliminally plant thoughts in our head. Or maybe he was just saying it was unlocked. Maybe. What is that? A light? I'm just looking at the basement door. So if that's the basement door, is this the basement window? Should be, right? Now maybe it's for the sun. I've heard of that before. Keep the sun out. But why is there foil on this window and not the home windows? Because if the sun's coming in here, it's coming in here too. Maybe because they're bedroom windows and you didn't want to foil them up. Maybe. I don't see it anywhere else, especially not on the same side of the house. But I would think if you would be blocking one out, especially down here. I don't know. What's down here? Is this the kids' room? I heard somebody say, not the kids, that it was Summer's room. That someone said the grandma said. Now, this is totally hearsay. I'm asking if anybody can confirm that. But even if it was her room, it wouldn't need to be blacked out like this. Curtains would work. I don't know. That makes me think weird stuff happens down here. Creeps me out. The rest of the house is wide open. Come one, come all. Kind of like the crack in Monica Sherrod's window. The curtain that's just perfectly pushed aside so you can peekaboo at the babies in their crib together. Again, I think it was just there for that night for whoever took him and whoever was outside coaching and assisting. I digress. That's in another video. Boiled up completely. So that's where she was, allegedly. She came out this door. Now, I heard someone ask, how did she unlock it? I don't know. I don't know if it was we don't know if it was is that a deadbolt lock or was it just one of those twisty ones on the doorknob? And she's pretty tall, I think. It's hard to gauge height from these photos for me. I think she could have reached this one, but maybe not this one without tippy toes or pulling a little chair up. And why would she do that? All of a sudden, she never leaves. Remember, Dad said it. She never leaves by herself. But today, she went down in that basement, unlocked the door, and just walked right out. Peace out, y'all. Doesn't work for me. I'm sure that the cops have gone into this little crawl space. Why is it there? Are they still working on the house? It looks like maybe. That's where I would play if I were a kid and I was curious. But there is foil on the basement window, it appears. If this is the basement window. There is a puppy dog in the family. That's what I see here. Let me know what you saw in the garden, in the home. I have seen some photos of the inside of the house. Really want to see the other side of this can. I don't have them personally yet. I haven't gone there. It doesn't matter very much, honestly, unless we think something happened inside. But I did notice, because one of the pictures is where we can tell the haircut is progressively getting shorter and all of that for summer, and we can tell she's unkept in that picture, or just woke up. Some people believe. I think she has on a little tutu. She might have dressed herself. Kids totally do that. But when we talk about being unkept, we do have something to base that on. For instance, in that picture, and I wish I was showing it to you, but I know you've seen it. It's out there on Facebook and YouTube. And if you look behind her on the wall in that picture, they've literally drawn all over the wall. And maybe it's something people allow. Maybe it's part of the ambiance or the feng shui. But my kid is not writing on my walls. You know what I mean? Like, you can write on a poster board. I'll buy you all the paper in the world and I'll hang all of them up. We don't write on our walls. And it wasn't just like a little bit where, they got away with a crayon real quick. The whole wall is like written on. Like, it's okay. No one has a problem with it. Okay? When it comes to that, I'll say to each their own. It's not like her holding her crotch where I'm going to say parents should have done better. But it is noticeable, and it does kind of add to the thought that they weren't always watched the way they should be, and they might have kind of gotten away with child's play a little too much in this home. Why? I never found it hard to keep an eye on my son. I have family members with multiple children. They watch them. You can watch all of them. I know it's harder when you have more, but you have to. We gotta double bolt doors that they can get out of. We gotta protect the corners of things that they could bump their heads over. We gotta secure dressers that could tip over on them. This is our duty as a parent. So it's not okay to just say, she went down in the basement and that's the last time we saw her. This door would be padlocked if it was a play area for my kids. I would love to see the inside of this basement. Oh, if we get some pictures of that. I'm going to play this call. This doesn't have to do with summer. But I'm going to see if it's any new information. I don't want to miss it.
Hello, I have an important message from the Texas Statewide Vine Service. Please listen carefully to this message. You may want to have a pen and paper handy. After the message, you will be asked to enter your 4-digit PIN to prevent repeated calls to this telephone number. You are registered with us to receive updates about a defendant whose last name is spelled B-A-L-B-O-A and whose first name is spelled T-H-E-R-E-S-A. I'm calling to let you know about an upcoming court event involving this defendant and court case number 1699950010110. An arraignment has been scheduled for June 24th, 2021. This will take place in the Harris County Criminal Justice Center, located at the following address: 1201 Franklin, Houston, Texas, 77002, at the following time, 9 a.m. This date may change depending upon a number of factors. You may want to call the Vine service as the date gets near to find out if it has been changed. For more information, contact the court clerk's office in Harris County. The telephone number is 713-755-5333. That number again is 713-4. This message will automatically repeat. If you don't need to hear the message again and are ready to provide your personal...
Okay. So I just didn't want to miss that call. I'm so sorry, you guys. I have to catch those. That's how I get my updates on certain cases. That one I actually do know about. So I actually put a video out yesterday regarding that info, but you never know. Every call could be something new. And we have a few cases in Harris County. Well, I'm following a few, I should say. But there's the basement door. Now, I said I would share the prayer vigil at the end of this video. But I believe I'm changing my mind right now. And I'm going to share it as a separate video. I do want it to have its own little space. So we'll stop this video here. And we'll ponder what we see. And we'll keep praying too. For good news. I'll see you in the comments, beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching. Much love.